The next pair to be evicted is Flourish.
Yes. Yes. Fucking bitch. Poo, 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 poo. Fuck off, you watch me from home, bitch. Poo, poo, poo. Shut the fuck up. I don't watch you, bitches. I'm already tired of the house, bitches. Bitch. Oh, you're fucking head.
Well, in a shocking turn of events yesterday, we saw two housemates leave the Big Brother Naija house. We're talking about Flourish and Street. And well, the reaction of two particular housemates stood out to people and have got social media buzzing. Everybody's like, what is this? We've never seen this before in the history of Big Brother. Well, this is where we talk about all that here on Leadership TV. This is BBNIAJA Updates, and I am Cynthia Anado. I'm so glad to bring you the vibes today on the show. Well, let's get right into it. Let's start from Saturday. Well, Saturday came with its own dose of drama, after party drama. What's a BBNIAJA party without after party drama? I mean, after they've had a few drinks, everybody's like so hyped up, and then you start seeing electrifying performances here and there. Well, it was no different Saturday. We saw WannixHandi pair dragging Ruthie. Well, all of a sudden, we just saw WannixHandi calling out Ruthie and say, come, come say whatever you want to say to me, blah blah blah. And then people housemates just gathered around them and were asking, what is it? And they were explaining. Ruthie was saying this about us upstairs, and we saw Ruthie coming down to the kitchen, of course, to just prepare Indomie. And what was the next thing we heard? We heard all sorts of screams, Ruthie calling them out, slut shaming them, saying their careers has something to do with them sleeping around with men, blah blah blah. They share men, they are sharing Sean. They show very mean accusations and statements. And one person that stood out to me was Onyeka. Onyeka was kind of on their side, and then at a point Onyeka was like, okay, do you know her from outside? Are you not going to address some of these things? And surprisingly, the twins were quiet, and it has something to do with, okay, I'm keeping quiet because of Sean. Sean is the one calming me down. If not, I would have done this to you, done that to you. Their voices were no longer as loud as they were in the beginning. So there was just a lot of slut shaming going on, name calling accusations. That's one thing that I found this season. People just wake up one morning and then begin to tell the whole world that you are this and you are that. And it can be really sad being accused of, being labeled rather. Labeled the thief, labeled the slut. It's too much. Really, it's not just about insults right now. It's name calling, and it's very, very scary. So yesterday, while the eviction show was going on, we saw Street first getting evicted, and then the host Ebuka came back, and we were surprised when Flourish again were evicted. I know Street's eviction had something to do with the what the custodians that WannixHandi found in the box, and they had to just save only. The only option that was available in that paper in the box was save only, and of course housemates had to go into the diary room to save. And then the pair that had the least the most amount of votes rather were the Street. I know that the custodians saved better. Okay, the bottom four were Street, Better, and I think Radicals now. Yes, the Radicals were part of the bottom four, and then the custodians saved Better. The housemates to evict, exactly. So the fate of the bottom four were in the hands of the housemates. But then it was so surprising when Ebuka came back, and then we saw, Flourish pair being evicted. People like that was shocking. Nobody, expected it. We thought, with Streets gone, that was it for the day. So that particular video, I think it will ring bells in my head for a very, very long time, because the action, like, they were very happy. I know they were unhappy with the save only that was in the paper, because they were expecting a lot. I mean, they started planning right from the week who they were going to, evict. They were already having people on their chopping block. They had Streets, they had the option of Flourish, and they had the option of A6. But then with the quarrel that happened with Flourish, it was so easy. So when it was save only, it was like they had escaped. But at the end of the day, Flourish was delivered to the hands of Eviction, and the twins were elated. They were so happy. But then some people have reacted and said, okay, they have the right to be angry. Ruthie called them out of their name on Saturday night, said all sorts of things. So, their reactions are valid. But other people feel like that's not classy. That's not a good thing. I mean, you can't knock somebody down when they're already down. They're already evicted. They're on their way home. So why are you still trying to like knock them down and all of that? So people felt like it was very classless of the twins. Oh. But others feel like they have the right to feel the way they feel. So let's move on now to Ebuka, still questioning the housemates during the live eviction show. And he talked about what TJay, that doctor, said to his pair, that's been talking about, alliances forming. They were trying to, talk about how they can actually get the head of house win for the week. And they were speaking about people that they could go meet, who would vote for them, who they were sure would stand for them. And I watched that conversation live. TJay was telling Doc about the Mbadiwe twins, don't trust them, and the relationship they have with the checkers, and it's kind of like an Igbo union. The Mbadiwe twins are Igbos, Onyeka and her sister, Chizoba are Igbo, so they're kind of doing an Igbo, union in the house. And he also talked about Kelly Ray to being a snake, because Ben suggested, okay, let's talk to Kelly Ray about our wish to be HOH, and then TJay just shut it down and said, no, Kelly Ray is a snake. I don't trust him. We can tell him something now and he'll go back and kiss up with him by the way twins if they promise him a particular thing to remain in the house till the last day. Kelly Ray is not to be trusted. So Ebuka asked him about those things, the tribalistic statements he made, and then why he thought Kelly Ray was a snake. And then he just mumbled something about Kelly Ray being not up and doing, he couldn't trust him, blah blah blah. And he was kind of short of words. Seeing Doctor at that particular spot shocked me, because he had built this partner in the house. He was like an in-house therapist. What Doyin used to do. Call people together to share their problems. That was what that was what Doc was anyway. So I feel like he's going to now have to scramble to gain the trust of the housemates back, because it's like, okay, so you two, you gossip, you talk about us behind our back. So Ebuka kind of just blew his cover, and I felt it bad for him a little bit, maybe being in that particular spot was really nice. And you've just been exposed now. People won't trust you anymore. I mean, it's a doctor, so in-house therapy really trusting the problem. So it was kind of a big disappointment. I feel the house was a big disappointment with him and all of that. So moving on now, Ebuka still questioned Nelly about her week at the HOH, failing the wager for the week. They lost their wager. There was a lot of disobedience going on. When it comes to attitude, there were a lot of attitudinal problems. Big brother will give them something to do and they won't do. Call them to the diary room, they won't come on time. The healthy living, dancing. When you hear this particular music, you get up and dance. Some people will be sleeping on their couch. Some people will be combing their hair in the closet. There was just a lot of, disobedience this week. Although they smashed their presentation on, healthy living, depression and all of that. But they did really bad when it came to other tasks Big Brother gave them. So Ebuka asked Nelly, why she took it quite hard. And she blamed some of the other housemates, especially Chinwe, for the fail. And Nelly actually, stood up to the expectation. She didn't cower actually. She said her mind and said, yes, I believe Chinwe went out of her way to make me fail this week as a HOH. And Ebuka asked her why. She said, because Chinwe hates me. She doesn't like me. Okay, she says things behind my back. When I'm passing, she made jokes at me. Yesterday they gave us the outfit for the party and we were wearing, our designs were almost the same thing, and then she did her face like this, and Nelly said something like, the thing still fits me past her. The shade, I didn't expect that. But there's been a friction between Nelly and Chinwe, and people have been expecting a blowout, but I think we're not seeing that blowout. Kudos to Suj. I'm seeing something forming right there. Whenever it looks like Nelly wants to react, and then you see Sue trying to calm her down, don't give her what she wants. Don't quarrel with her. Ignore, blah blah blah. I think without Suge, we would have seen a very big blowout between Chinwe and Nelly, because it's like a build up. It's been building since week 2. And the funny thing is, we don't really know the beginning of this animosity. I really don't. Some people said it had something to do with Zion. Maybe in week 1 or week 2, Nelly was holding Zion while dancing, and Chinwe got jealous. But this is just, it's just an allegation. But we really don't know the beginning part of this beef, really. And there's still an electrifying union right there, because we might actually see that blowout. I cannot wait to see. So everything is just laid out on the table, and nobody has to go behind each other's backs. So now we're talking. All right, moving on now. There's a switch up in the game. Big Brother is going back to normal programming, what we are used to in the Big Brother game. Head of house will be played in the arena as a game, and whoever wins has immunity. So Big Brother has cancelled custodian challenge. He has cancelled immunity. Yes, so the power now belongs to the public. The housemates no longer have the amount of power that they've had for the past 3 weeks. But of course, they don't know. I think Big Brother will be revealing that to them today. So anything that has to do with HOH, the HOH has advantage of the condo and the immunity. There's no custodian challenge. There's no immunity challenge. So all those issue of conspiring, people coming together to give a particular person the head of house, and all of that is cancelled. So power has left the house. But that doesn't mean that alliances are not important. Yes, alliances are still very, very important. So now let's take a look at Sean and Victoria's relationship as pairs. Right? When the eviction show was happening and they had to go into the diary room to evict one out of the radicals, Flourish, or I think it was Streets now, where they had to call out one of the 3 to go home, because of course the custodian saved better. We saw a kind of disagreement in the diary room between Sean and Victoria. I think Victoria wanted the radicals and Streets out, and Sean wanted Streets and Flourish out, and then they were kind of arguing, and Big Brother just said, you have 10 seconds, and Sean just blotted out his own, what he wanted. I don't really like the dynamic that I see between these 2 people. It's like Sean, in a way, speaks badly to Victoria, and Victoria just cowers and keeps quiet, and she's just so calm. It's like there's no understanding. It's like I'm above you. I'm the one carrying the pair, so you listen to me, blah blah blah. I know it's a male and female combination, but I still think that there should be they should speak with one voice. I don't really like the dynamic that goes on. These people, we don't even really know their relationship before they came into the house. Everything is just awkward between them, and I can feel some tension right there. Sean doesn't listen to Victoria, doesn't respect her. Even the way he speaks to her, it's like a master speaking to a servant. There's no understanding, really. I really don't know. The relationship confuses me. I'm trying to be as open-minded as possible. Sean has said so many times that he's not really someone that knows how to deal with people's emotions, and some people are like that. Not everybody is empathic. Some people are just straight up blunt. But when it comes to a game that you have to play together, I think there should be ground for understanding. And we're not really seeing that playing out. But let's see as the time goes on. Moving on now, still on TJay. TJay and Ben had to have a sit down and talk about what Ebuka said during the live show. I think Ben was really bothered about it and felt that was the reason why they were in bottom 4. Ben was like, okay, the Igbos make up 1/3 of the population in Nigeria, so maybe that's the reason why they didn't vote for us. They were angry with what you said. You have to go and apologize to the housemates. You have to apologize in the diary room to Big Brother, where the whole world is watching you. But then Ben again can be a funny personality. I mean, when TJay was saying this thing to you when you guys were conspiring yesterday, you didn't shut it down. You just kept quiet. You didn't say anything. So it's now that the castle has busted, we are now trying to throw him under the bus. I don't really even like how Ben was going around the house, telling people that, okay, you see what TJay said, it's not good though, and blah blah blah. He's your pair, so if he looks bad, you look bad. So you're trying to now exempt yourself out of it. It doesn't make sense. All right, it really doesn't make sense. But then what has happened already. And as for apologizing to the housemates, I don't really know how effective it is. Me, I'm not the type that easily. I don't really apologize to people easily, especially in a game like Big Brother. It shows kind of this air of weakness. I'm not all for apologizing in a mental game like this. You know, you always have to be a step ahead before your opponents. You don't have any chance to cover. You don't have any chance to look weak. I mean, looking like a weakling, it doesn't work in a house like this. Although maybe it has worked for Elebaye in the past. But when you are coming for a game like this, you have to always show confidence. I'm not really subscribed to apologizing. You said what you said. Okay, own up to it. Okay, I said it's fine. But then calling an entire meeting and then apologizing, I don't really see the need for it. Although TJay had a discussion with Kelly Ray pulled him to the side and they were talking about why he called him a snake. With him, by the way, twins, you know, standing right there trying to intervene, and then they try to hash it out just like how guys do. But you know, women on the other hand, it will be a different situation. But when it comes to men, they have a very calm way of settling their issues. But as for calling the house and apologizing to them, I don't know how effective that would be. Ebuka has blown TJay's cover already. The housemates will not trust him, you know, the way that they used to trust him in the past. But let's see how far this apology will work for TJay. All right, we're still now on Nelly and Suge. All right, yesterday, right after the eviction show, and you know, the housemates, Big Brother brought drinks for them, and everybody was just trying to, you know, form one kind of alliance here and there. People were, you know, two people have gone now. That's four. Two pairs have gone. That's four people. So you have to form new alliances. For example, Chinwe now. These are like the people that are left. That's Flourish and Ruth. They're like her best friends, and I think she has a better relationship with them than even Zion. So I don't know where she's going to start from. Honestly, I don't know where she's going to start from, because those are like her best friends in the house. And then for a while, I've seen kind of, I feel like Zion is playing his own game and he has left Chinwe in the background. You know, since the week where Ebuka exposed what Chinwe was saying about Zion to other housemates, I think he has kind of just pulled away from her, even though she doesn't see it, or maybe she sees it and she doesn't care. But the guy is playing a solo game. The way I see him, he's with him by the way twins now, he's with the boys club, mingling, and he's hardly with her now. You know, when they first came, they were, you know, always cuddling up on the bed, doing baby. But it seems Ogas realized that, okay, we are here to play a game and I have to stand up. so what the Siri would have to choose you know, another pair to align with. That's the only way they can get fine in the house. So still moving on to Suge and Nelly now. Suge, they were like on the couch outside in the garden area, and Suge brought out a necklace and said, okay, in sickness and in health, you know, I'm giving you this necklace. Will you be there for me, you know, when the world is against me? This necklace is for my great grandmother. I give it to you as a sign of our union and our bond. No, I took the necklace by mistake, but I'm happy that it will be on the person, one of the person I love the most, and blah blah blah. And I say, wait, oh, Suge, you brought your great grandmother's necklace to Big Brother house to give to somebody that you just know for 3 weeks. Is that how people fall in love? God, when? Oh, that's all I have to say. Is that how quickly people fall in love? These are generated mixed reactions, and we don't even really know if Suge is really in love, or this is like a strategy. He's trying to entertain us, the viewers. There are cameras everywhere now. Give us a show. That's what he's trying to do. But then I say kudos. I wish you well in your love. Okay, I'm looking for that person that will give me his great grandmother's necklace after 3 weeks. God, when? All right, moving on now. Let's talk a bit about the late night chat between Onyeka and Victoria about Ozee. Okay, this dynamic that we are seeing between Ozee and Onyeka. You know, Ozee, you know, has been close to Onyeka and her sister. In short, Ozee and Ozee, that's the twins, have been close to Onyeka and her sister. We've seen them really being friendly. The other day, Ozee was telling Onyeka, you have a special place in my heart. I like you, blah, blah, blah. And even Doc has said something about Onyeka saying she also likes Ozee, but she's waiting for Ozee to come out very well, to come and tell her his mind before she opens up also. And Onyeka is always about, I'm not in this house for sheep. Leave. I'm preserving my snail. I'm not here for sheep. I'm not want to sheep with anybody. You know, all these sheep people, please come out, blah blah blah, leave your sheep. And she's always particular about this sheep conversation, especially with Tofa and Suj, her friends. She's like, my guys, they're my guys. We play together until they enter sheep. We don't see them anymore. You know, Onyeka is one of the last people that sleeps in that house. Her work rate, I rate it. She's always, you know, awake till late night, trying to, you know, converse, trying to play, creating content generally. I mean, that's what we paid subscription for. We don't want to see people sleeping by 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. Entertain us. That's why you are in the house. So Onyeka is one person that is living up to that expectation. So she's like, I'm not here for sheep. Maybe she feels like if she cuddles up with somebody, it will like reduce her work rate or her steez or whatever. I don't know. But let's not lie. Onyeka likes Ozee, even if she's pretending or trying to hide it or whatever. And then in the last 2 days, we've been noticing one kind kurukere movement between Ozee and Victoria. I'm like, what is going on with these people holding hands, chatting on the couch quietly with hushed voices and all? I think Onyeka has also noticed that. So she's going to converse with Victoria, asking her some questions like, okay, I'm seeing you getting close, you know, I don't know what you guys are doing, blah blah blah. And Victoria replied and said, no, we are just friends, you know, nothing is going on there. You know, Victoria, her normal calm way of speaking now, nothing is happening there. And I'm like, all this shalaye, is it necessary, Onyeka? Really? Is it really necessary? Like, is it necessary for you to go and be questioning Victoria about what she's doing with Ozee? And it's like, I don't know, or maybe she's just trying to gain the upper hand, shut things down so she doesn't look like she's a jealous, scorned woman. That's why I say I rate Onyeka's work. Onyeka is one of the people that has their strategy in hand. She's one of those really strategizing, and it's working for her. I think she's trying to create this atmosphere because, of course, viewers would have seen her with Ozee, and then Ozee moving to Victoria. So in order not to look like a jealous, scorned person, so let me make the first step to speak to Victoria and say, okay, you can do whatever you want to do with him. I don't like him like that. You know, do what you want to do with him. Don't feel bad and all of that. But looking at it from the other side is a sign that you actually do like him. That's why you care. I mean, if you don't like him, you won't care who he's talking to. So the fact that you are even having that conversation with Victoria is a sign that, okay, something is there. You actually like him. Just like we saw in the Big Brother Titan house, that's the combination with South Africans and Nigerians. We saw Kosi trying to talk to Blue Eva about Yemi. Like, okay, I'm coming to you woman to woman. You know that I like this guy. I'm always with him. And you too, you're now pursuing him. Like, what's going on? Why don't you just leave him for me? I think that's what Onyeka was, maybe not what she wanted to show, but that's kind of what was happening. The coming to woman talk. I mean, the whole house have been seeing Onyeka and Ozee, and then all of a sudden Ozee is taking a U-turn going to Victoria. So it's going to make Onyeka look bad in a way, kind of. People start laughing at like, okay, he played you, blah blah blah. So Onyeka is trying to shut that down. I rate her actually, because I don't still understand the game Ozee is playing. I don't know what he's playing. This week is Onyeka. 2 days later is Victoria. Ozee, my eyes are on you. So we're looking forward to week 4. We're actually in week 4 right now in the Big Brother house, and we're looking forward to more drama, more spices. Yes, I think I like the question Ebuka actually asks in the eviction, you know, on the eviction night. It kind of sets the pace for how the week will go, or even sets precedents, and people start dragging each other. When Ebuka starts revealing secrets like, you spoke to this person about this thing, you said this behind this person's back, and then people start apologizing, saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Some people are planning fights, some people are planning to drag each other. So I think I rate Ebuka's work. Yes, kudos. Once he opens his mouth, you know that there will be drama for that entire week, and we'll be here to bring it to you. Thank you so much for sticking with Leadership TV. I'll be back tomorrow with more BBNIAJA updates. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158.